YouTube, what's the vibe? It's your boy Zebo 708, and we back at you with another one. We got a crazy list for you. A crazy list. 5 summer bangers. These are 5 of my, and I'm not gonna say favorite, but 5 of my fragrances that I heavily lean on. And for different reasons, which I will explain to you why. So I'm gonna go ahead, jump into this first fragrance, and we're gonna get it started. First one, Coach Green. That green, money. This fragrance, fresh, smooth, perfect blend. I love this fragrance because it's so different from a lot of other fragrances. Very unique. Out of this line, I have maybe 3 fragrances, and I'm only missing 2. One, I'm not necessarily, interested in it, which is, Coach Man, the OG. I'm really not interested in that one. It's decent. I've heard good reviews about it. I heard bad reviews about it. And Coach Platinum. I want Coach Platinum, but at the time, price is just not reasonable. It's just not reasonable. I'm waiting for that bad boy to drop down, and then I'm definitely going to add it to my collection. But the way that it's staying right now and the price point on it, I mean, it's worth it, but I feel like I just don't want to pay that much for it. So this fragrance, around 60 bucks. That's reasonable. That's reasonable. And I'll do that all day. I'll do that all day. But the thing about it with this fragrance is, like I said, it's very unique. It's a smooth fragrance. It's a fragrance that is aromatic, it's fresh, and it has one key element in its notes that I love about it, and that's kiwi. It's so crazy because a lot of fragrances don't have that kiwi note in there, and when you add that kiwi note, it just changes the whole fragrance. It changes the whole fragrance. The thing about it is that it's not sweet because you got the bergamot and the rosemary mixed in there, blended real good. So it's just a little fruity, but not sweet. Not one of those sweet, fruity unisex fragrances. It's not that. It's a nice, clean fragrance. And I really love this fragrance because it opens up clean. It opened up clean, almost soapy a bit. But just like that, with that little soapy, you get your kiwi, you get the rest of your notes that's coming in there. And like I said, that kiwi is so distinct that it changes the fragrance. It's almost like when you smell this, you're gonna be like, I've never smelled nothing else that smelled like that. That's what I like about that one. Now, the cons, because I got to give you the cons to this. It's light. It is. You got to apply that joker. If you're not applying it like that, you'll almost forget you got it on. That's not to say that, people around you are not going to smell it, because they are, but you got to apply it. It's light. It's a light fragrance. Next fragrance we're going to jump into is by a house that we all should know. Everybody should have at least one fragrance from this house. No pressure. Just straight notoriety, straight performance, straight creativity, artistic works of art. And that house is Lattafa. And this is Lattafa Mohair Legacy. Lattafa is doing a thing right now And this is a house that I lean on because they produce so much. Hey, when you turn around, Lattafa got something else new out there. Names you can't even pronounce, you know, crazy bottles and presentation boxes that, you know, you got to use keypads and combinations and blueprints to get open. Like, they really are putting a lot into their fragrances, and that's letting you know that, man, they take pride in what they do. That's the quality aspect of Lattafa. I'm not saying that you're not going to get those fragrances from Lattafa. They ain't cutting it. You know, you disappointed, you know, because I've bought a few fragrances from Lattafa and was like, bro, what was they thinking? Who, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just pick somebody up off the street to, you know, make that. No, sir. Definitely can't have this. In fact, which one was that? Brioche Vanilla. That fragrance there, I took that fragrance back to the store. Like, I was so disappointed at that fragrance. I had to wrap that joker back up and take it back. It was that bad to me. I just wasn't feeling that fragrance. But this one, very aromatic, you know, very light. This thing should lift your spirits. I'm talking about, it has that good vibe where your energy is altered by the notes that's in here. You know what I mean? And that's what a fragrance is supposed to do. You're supposed to put a fragrance on and feel good. Or if you feeling good already, your fragrance is supposed to match your energy. And that's how I feel about this fragrance. That's how I go into, you know, all my fragrance purchases. You know, what can I get from this fragrance? You know what I'm saying? Besides dropping $400 and throwing that around like, yeah, I got, you know, come on, man, miss me with that when you got fragrance houses that's selling you good, beautiful fragrances for $30. I don't think I've seen a Lattafa fragrance over $50. Over $50. And I got, you know, a nice amount of Lattafa fragrances. But this fragrance, man, this is a beautiful fragrance. And this is like one of my favorite from the house. Because I'm more into fragrances that are easy to wear. And this is an easy to wear fragrance. It's light, it's fresh, it's clean, you know, and that alone, that deviates away from all complications of wearing a fragrance. You know, you don't want to be trying to figure out, where can I wear this? How can I wear this? When can I wear this? Some fragrances you just want to reach for, grab, put on, and it go for any occasion. And this is one of those fragrances. You know, it's aromatic, it's fresh, it's spicy. It got a little hint of mint in there that, you know, kind of, you know, give you that little right behind the ear, you know, that whole spice thing. You got grapefruit, you got lavender, and plus you got, you know, that one thing that sets this fragrance off, and that's pineapple. You mix that pineapple and that grapefruit and that lavender together, man, that's love. That's love. And that's what I get from this fragrance. I get that mixture so strong, like it's just mixed in there and you like, yeah, I'm feeling this fragrance. This is one of them fragrances where I just love to smell it. You know, I love to smell it. I love to smell it. However, you're going to get about 6-8 hours. Again, it's a light fragrance. In my opinion, summer fragrance. I can't really see it doing too well in, you know, those colder months. Where I'm from, it get real cold. So I can't really see it holding its own in them real cold climates. But it's good. It stands on its own. Next fragrance story, drug. Thing behind this fragrance, it intrigued me so much that I bought every single fragrance in this line. I bought them all. I bought Mafia, Drug, and Kill all at once. I have been pushing this fragrance back for months. I knew that I wanted it. I knew that I was going to have it. And I just kept saying, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it. And started grabbing other fragrances instead of actually getting this one. Until, one day I just said, man, I'm finna get them all. And for good reasons. This fragrance, look at that, great pressurized atomizer. This fragrance, it's very clean and soapy. It gives you a vibe of fresh out the shower. It give you that kind of vibe. You feel clean. Like, can't nobody tell you you're not clean with that on. You feel that in your core. You internalize that, that freshness. Can't nobody tell you ain't fresh. You feel it. You smell it. It's a constant reminder, and I like to think of this fragrance as a bath in a bottle. That's like the image that I get from this. Like when you pop this top on this, you see bubble bath suds coming up out of here. Like it's clean like that. It's not one of them fragrances that got that whole cologne vibe to it. It don't have that. This have a very clean, soapy kind of smell to it. And I love it because that soapy kind of smell is not like your regular soap smell. It's more of an ocean fresh breeze kind of smell. Like the air that's coming off of the ocean, not that old nasty, sand on the beach, weekend beach, rendezvous or whatever. It's not that. Nah, this is like some island breeze. This like we talking about vacation breeze type of smell that's coming off of this, man. And it got that grapefruit in there. And I don't know what it is about grapefruit in a fragrance that I know that I gravitate toward fragrances that have that grapefruit in there. And this has that grapefruit. It has jasmine, bay leaf, and it has patchouli. That mixture is fire. It's fire. Some kind of way they got those notes to have a fresh, clean smell. I don't know how, but they worked their magic with it and they did their thing. This fragrance is, in my opinion, it's a universal fragrance. You can wear it because it's strong enough to, sustain the cold. However, in my opinion, I think it'll do justice to wear that fragrance, during the summer because, the people around you will get the full effects of just how good this fragrance smells. So, in my opinion, that's definitely something that needs to be worn in the summer, just so that other people can experience that smell, the way that you experience it. And, that's what I feel about that one. Longevity on it, I would say it's about average. I'm not going to say that it's it's in beast mode. It lasts for 30 days. I'm not going to say that. No, I'm not going to I'm not going to tell you that. I'm not going to have you up here mad sending me all kind of, messages about, hey, man, it ain't, I ain't get 30 days, man. So, no, I'm not going to say that. I will say it's about average. You're going to get probably about 5, maybe 6 good hours of it, you know, but projection and sillage is on point. You know what I mean? Like, people gonna definitely smell you around. You know, that's just how it is. Now, longevity, something different. This next fragrance I'm gonna jump into, often overlooked. It hurt my heart that how it's overlooked. Like, I'm so disappointed at how, you know, it's least spoken about of this house. However, don't get me wrong, I'm glad it is in a way, because not too many is rocking this. So I'm not gatekeeping. I'm showing y'all right now, but for some reason, people are just not speaking on this. And this is Ferragamo Red Leather. I don't know why they ain't speaking on this. This is love. This is love. Ferragamo fragrances are, you know, kind of like hit and miss. Hit and miss. It's quite a few Ferragamo fragrances that they just ain't doing it. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. And then you got those that are really, really performing well. This is one that performed well, but rarely spoken about. I love this fragrance because it's a distinguished fragrance. It's that grown man fragrance. Yeah. This ain't for everybody. This ain't for if you ain't got that mindset where you like, I'm standing on business, this ain't your fragrance. Because this fragrance gonna make you stand on business. It smells like business. It smells like standing on business. It's 10 toes down. Now, I will say this. Decent atomizer before I say this. It's not one of those cologne fragrances. It's not. It's very clean. It's very clean. It's very crisp. In my opinion, I think that the focus behind this fragrance was to have a universal fragrance that could be worn just as a put-on fragrance, to do anything, to do everything, and to be an evening fragrance, a date night fragrance, a work fragrance, just a very universal fragrance. Like, you can put this on and go take care of professional business. Leave there, put your t-shirt and shorts on, flip-flops, and walk around with it on. Yeah, it's that. It's that. It's a fragrance that I love it because of its versatility. You know, it don't matter what the occasion is, I can put this on. That's what I love about that one. Again, it's kind of light. It's not dense. It's definitely not going to choke you out. But you do need to apply it. You really do need to apply it. Last but not least, and these fragrances are in no order in particular. It's just the way that I got them, and just, you know, it's how I put them together. Oh, quick note before I jump into that one. I think that there's ginger, Italian bergamot, and citrus. I think it's either mandarin in the notes in here. So you definitely get that fruity, you know, aspect of it. It's definitely a citrusy kind of fragrance. So be mindful of that. It's going to have that citrusy, fruity kind of, you know, vibe. Not sweet. And that's that Italian bergamot. It's not going to be sweet. It's just going to be, you know, fruity, but not sweet. Last but not least, we got Hawas Ice. I really don't have to really jump into this like that. I really don't. I really don't, because if you're not on this, you need to get your nose on this, because I just got this thing, and you can see already. I just got it, and you can see already. And my collection is pretty extensive. Like, I have, a lot of fragrances, but for some reason, I keep grabbing this. I keep grabbing this. I keep getting compliments on this fragrance. And I'm talking about consistently throughout the day. This is one of those fragrances where I really don't have to tell you a lot about, because it's a lot of hype behind this fragrance, and it definitely stands on what's being said about it. So, that apple, that bergamot, that lemon, that fruity aspect of it, you definitely getting out the gate. And it's lasting through the dry down. So you can imagine that how that joker smell, hitting your skin and in the air, how that joker smell, that's what you getting all day. That's what you getting all day. You getting all aspects of that fruity, nice, consistent flavor. I can't even call that a smell. That's just flavor. You walking around smelling scrumptious. Yeah, you smelling like a snack around this mug. Yeah, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That ice, man, it hit different. It hit different. This is one of the ones that, I'm loving right now. That's my 5 for this summer. I'm going to get up out of here and let y'all go. Please like, subscribe if you ain't subscribed. Share, jump in the comments. Tell me what your summer fragrance is. If I haven't, put it up here. And put your boy on. Don't gatekeep, man. Don't hold it to your chest. Share with your boy. I'm out of here. Peace.